Hello and welcome to the second episode of Interesting Items. And today we have a category of Lietuviški, which means Lithuanian, although I will speak English because we have Lithuanian-American records. And we have a bunch of these. So what's the story behind this? We visited United States with our TV show, and we were filming in newspaper Draugas headquarters, and they were tidying up place a little bit, and they said, oh, we have those vinyls, we are about to throw them away, maybe you want them? Hell yeah. So I got a bunch of records, and a lot of them are mint, and what caught my eye at first was Cleveland-Man-Octet. Actually, we had only the first part. I got the first and second part here in Lithuania just recently. I have heard those before. I actually heard them in Cleveland in Lithuanian club on jukebox. They have those on jukebox in Lithuanian club, and Lithuanian club is quite a cool place. I wish I had more than few beers there, but we didn't have free time there, so it's a pity. Okay, starting with the first part, it's released in 1963, and you can see those high fidelity notifications, which is very 60s thing. And I wondered for some time what's that cover, because that looks quite cool. That logo is cool. That's a nice design. Then I understood that it's a man octet, so there are 8 men, a conductor, and a grand piano. That was quite obvious, but it took me a while to understand that. The music here really surprised me. It's a really fun listen. Actually, the first part doesn't have those folk patriotic songs, and they also have like a band playing. Like I can hear double bass, I can hear wind instruments, so it gives it a little bit jazzy vibe. Of course, that's tango, that's waltz, that's cha-cha, that's foxtrot, all the things you can dance to, and I believe they danced to it. Vieversys, that's an amazing song. That's the one I heard on jukebox. Going to second part, it's as well conducted by the same man, Rytis Babickas, but we have girl here now. Okay, we have a girl. Is she a soprano? Yes, she's a soprano. So now they have few like more patriotic folk songs on this record. For example, Ikova, which means to the battle, Tėviškėlė, which is my little homeland. But what I liked the most on this record was Pypkės dūmai, which is smoke from a pipe, and we have Užstalės daina, which is a song from behind the table, so, which means that they were sitting, drinking, and singing some songs. And the lyrics are really fun. If you don't understand Lithuanian, you should translate that. So the second one is 10 years later than the first record. It's from 73. I bought that in Lithuania as well. And what I got in the United States is it's sealed. It's a third part from the Cleveland-Man-Octet. It's conducted by the same man again, and that was released in '84. And they have more like modern things going on here. They have Sound of Music and of course more like folk patriotic songs. So I keep it sealed. The sealed is more valuable, of course. You can buy those on Discogs as well. It's not a big selection of them, but you can. It's not overpriced. For sealed records like that, you can go up to 30 euro, sometimes 40 euro. For played records, you can buy that even 10 euros or something. What I got else in United States, it's open but it's near mint. Lithuanian songs sung by the Knights of Lithuanian Choir from Illinois and Indiana district. It's a little bit more conservative than a Man Octet from Cleveland. We have lyrics from folk songs and classical Lithuanian poets here. That's from 1965. I don't know much history about this one. It translates like "May Lithuania blossom again," and I'm glad that it did, because I can proudly say that Lithuania is blossoming again. Next record I have is Darius Polikaitis. He lives in Chicago, but the vinyl is released in Canada, and the record is called Aš čia gyva, I am here alive, which is of course about his homeland. It's a little warped, but it's sealed. And Darius Polikaitis was actually performing in a Rock March over Lithuania, which was a big series of rock concerts in Lithuania around 1988. So he was performing there. That's not like really rock music. In Lithuania we call that estrada. I do not know the translation in English, but it's more like Schlager type of songs. Even for 1984, it was released in 1984, for that year, it's still a very old-fashioned thing. Don't get me wrong, I don't want to say anything bad about it, because I'm glad someone kept the spirit alive there in United States and Canada. The cover artwork again is old-fashioned as well. I wonder where the photo was taken. Maybe it's in Dainava camp in the United States. Is it? Is it not? Maybe you know. Please let me know in the comments if you do. So, still sealed. A man who was performing in rock marches in Lithuania. So why not? I'm happy to have that in my collection as well. And now we get to more mystery part, because it's still sealed and there are no recordings on YouTube of this. And the cover photo really got me interested because the man looked cool. It's almost like Low Reed looking guy with surname Jakutis. Of course, it's Jakutis in Lithuania with a J, not Y, but that looks very cool with Y. It's localized for United States, of course. When I got this back cover, I understood he's an opera singer, and I am not really a fan of opera. And what he has A side with Lithuanian songs, and he has a B side with classic Mozart, Wagner, and Verdi, and so on. And he has a little bit of history, and I read that he is an opera baritone from New York, and he was performing in New York and in San Francisco, but I do not really imagine what's in there. And the other thing is that there is no year written on the cover. I do not know when it was released. I'm not even guessing. So if you know when it was released, and maybe you have some recordings of Jakutis, please share that in the comments as well. So okay, we have New York in our collection, and the last record I got is Pranas Lembertas, Dainos Muzika ir Gėlės, which means songs, music, and flowers. And he's not a music performer, he's a poet, so that's a tribute thing that was released after 15 years of his death. The song name sounds very conservative. We have a Boston Men Choir, we have a men quartet from Los Angeles. This was released in Los Angeles, and we have Gintars, some company who made films and records in Hollywood. That is interesting to know. I do not imagine what's inside. I think it was released in 1981. So these are Lithuanian-American records. If you know any other records that I should listen to, please let me know. If you are living in the United States and you have those and you don't have a turntable, please do not throw these away. These things are valuable in like cultural way. I believe there will be a lot of people who appreciate that. If you like this episode, please subscribe my channel, share the video, comment. I appreciate any interaction. So till soon.